Earlier this year I claimed that Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is going to be awesome. And I'm usually quite a humble person, but screw it. I was so fucking right. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie, was everything I wanted it to be. It was funny, it had awesome action sequences, it had Sonic the Hedgehog being Sonic the Hedgehog, it had Tails being his adorable self, it had Knuckles being an absolute delight, Jim Carrey went full on Robotnik and he is glorious. The rest of the human cast was also used well and didn't overstay their welcome. Yeah, some of the pacing can be a little off, and I'm not entirely sure yet if non Sonic fans could get into this one as easily as the first movie. But overall, it was a really awesome time, and if you are a Sonic fan, you are most likely going to love this. This was made for us Sonic fans. Video game movies definitely have a new bar now, and it is very easily the best one. Yeah, I'm a Sonic fan since childhood, so my opinion could be very biased, but at the same time, I went to see this movie with a bunch of friends who aren't as big fans as I am, and they really enjoyed the movie too, so I think I can definitely recommend it if you just want to have a good time. So this was my quick non-spoilers talk about the movie, as the rest of this video is going to be me rambling about the rest of it. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, go watch it and come back later. I warned you, spoilers are starting right now. So let me start by saying that I really liked Sonic's arc in this movie. He wants to up his game and being a hero. Something he manages to do, but is still a reckless kid. I like this because for one, Sonic is a reckless character, and he often jumps into situations without thinking. It also makes sense that following his victory in the first movie, he believes that he got everything it takes to be a superhero and stop crime. If he can beat Robotnik, regular crime is nothing for him, despite the major growing up he has to do. His overconfidence in himself leads to a very bad first encounter with Knuckles, and eventually putting Tails in danger. Sonic's guilt over hurting Tails, a kid who looked up to him and was willing to protect him, is a sensitive side of Sonic we don't get to see a lot, but still feels completely in character for him. And this also extends to him saving Knuckles from drowning despite their rivalry. I think my favorite thing about Sonic in this movie though is how the lessons he learned from the first movie shaped him up as a person. Both Sonic and Knuckles lost their families the same day. Knuckles trained to avenge his family, and Sonic grew up by himself for most of his life. While Knuckles was fueled by the tragedy of his life and not losing sight of his mission to find the Master Emerald, Sonic just kept going. He tried living past that. He found a new family with Tom and Maddie. He is trying to make Longclaw proud through his heroic deeds, and despite his shortcomings, he keeps going and never gives up. It doesn't matter now what happens, I will never give up the fight. That lyric from It Doesn't Matter, Sonic's theme song in the adventure games, takes on a whole new meaning with this incarnation of the character. He lost his parental figure and home, he had to grow up isolated, he was hurt, he messed up in various ways, but he always came back stronger than ever. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Sonic the Hedgehog's biggest strength. And with the sense of responsibility and trusting of others he gains in this movie, he becomes much more like his game counterpart, and it is amazing to see. But okay, Sonic's great, we know this already. What about the other two-thirds of Team Sonic? I don't have a lot to say about Tails in this movie, but that's not because he's bad, on the contrary actually. He is just as cute, smart and resourceful as he is in the games. His arc of learning to trust himself despite past trauma and his friendship with Sonic don't get much screen time, but I feel we got just enough of it to get the idea across. Sonic and Tails is a bromance I live for, and seeing it in here brought a big grin to my face. And of course, seeing the Fox Boy take center stage in the action with his inventions is great fun. Knuckles. Oh my god, Knuckles. Full disclosure, I love Boom Knuckles, I honestly think he's hilarious, but this doesn't even compare. This is probably the best Knuckles has been in a while. I always saw Eggman tricking Knuckles in the games as Knuckles being naive than an outright idiot, and this movie plays somewhat into it. As mentioned before, Knuckles lost his parents and tribe while fighting Longclaw at the start of the first movie. In contrast to Sonic though, Knuckles stayed focused on his mission to find the Master Emerald and serve his tribe well, meaning that he may be an excellent fighter, but not that great in regards to being social or understanding simple things about life. Actually, talking about his backstory, I sure hope Ken Penders won't try to sue Paramount. The last thing we need is this idiot's bullshit. Okay, so I'm recording this later than the rest of the video, it's just that it took me some time to edit it because, life and stuff, but as it turns out, Ken Penders actually wants to sue Paramount now over using his characters and story. Yes, the guy is really that delusional. So the lesson of the day, boys and girls, is never make jokes in a video that could actually come true. Because one, this asshole can actually do the ridiculous thing that you think he won't do, and second of all, this asshole just made the rest of the script pointless and I had to do extra work recording this and edit animations for it. By the way, yes, I'm kinda unscripted, but yeah, just wanted to say how much Ken Penders sucks. Anyway, on with the show. While Robotnik of course betrays him, Knuckles does show signs of growth and doubt Sonic is really evil throughout the movie. He sees that both he and Sonic suffered the same kind of trauma, and he questions why an enemy of his would give up something valuable in order to save a friend, or in his case, an enemy. Knuckles' character and growth, not to mention his dialogue and Idris Elba's brilliant performance, are definitely some of the highest praises I can sing for this movie. And I already sang quite a few of them. And how can I talk about this movie without mentioning Jim Carrey's Eggman? While he was great in the first film, he is just 200% amazing in this one. There were times I even forgot he's Jim Carrey. He was just Ivor Robotnik as I know him. His comedic timing, look, dialogue, there will never be a more fitting choice to play Eggman. Also, Agent Stone is still a sweet, or should I say, mean bean, and they are totally gay for each other. I am not hearing otherwise. Sue me. And speaking of human characters, Tom and Maddie are just as fine as they were in the first film, only with much more to do, which I appreciate. If we had to put them in the movie because they were in the first one, might as well make them useful and fun. And they are useful and fun. They don't take away from the characters you want to see, and they serve their purpose of helping Sonic in both the action and his character arc. However, Rachel got such a major upgrade in this movie. Her little subplot may feel like a different movie just started out of nowhere, but the actress is having the time of her life and it was such an hilarious performance. And speaking of that, the gun subplot was such an unexpected and hilarious plot twist. Like, where did this even come from? I have no idea, but it kinda made sense for the movie, and it was a legit surprise I didn't see coming. Writers, I salute you. Even if that part did last a bit too long, but hey, you can't win anything. Still a great twist though. Other things worth noting include the Pavolka scene, which is just pure fun. Sonic running on the water trying to reach the Master Emerald was also a great set piece, which uses his speed in a unique way. Every time Sonic and Knuckles fight each other and interact is awesome. And of course, the final fight with Team Sonic fully formed was just amazing. And on that note, Sonic Heroes is better than both Sonic Adventure games. Fight me! The change of the Master Emerald containing the 7 Chaos Emeralds inside of it is actually interesting. It's different from the games, yeah, but I think it helps the movie universe stand out in comparison to the game universe. And some MCU movies change things from the source material and they end up better for it, so if I'm going to accept it there, I'm going to accept it here. Actually, speaking of lore, one criticism I have is that we have a unique addition to the Echidna tribe's backstory, which tells us they fought over the Master Emerald with a tribe of owls which Longclaw comes from. I do like it being vague for now, but I also wish to know more about that. Why would the Emerald cast them both to fight? How did Longclaw know the Master Emerald was actually on Earth in order to send Sonic there? How does Sonic fit into this lore? What is his purpose? There's just so much I wish to know about this backstory, but I guess they're saving it for the sequel. And yes, I couldn't do this video and not mention Supersonic. I was debating if Supersonic would be in this movie or not, and you know what? I am so happy that he made the cut. He was just as badass as always, and his reveal was done exactly as I always wished it would have been done. With perfect pacing on his reveal and an awesome and badass fight to follow. Just the right amount of build up and time for him to do things before transforming back into regular Sonic. Also, Super Sonic is involved in one of my favorite jokes in the movie, so yeah, that's an awesome plus. And yeah, let's talk about the mid-credit scene. First of all, I called it. I will put my theory video in a card on top so you could see that. I freaking called it. But also, holy shit, Shadow. Are we really going towards the Sonic Adventure 2 adaptation? They mentioned they found out about Project Shadow through deleting Robotnik from their database, which does imply Gerald Robotnik is still Shadow's creator. Did he study the Aquinas in this movie universe too? Did he know about the war between them and the Owls? Would Sonic's connection to Longclaw be the reason Shadow looks like he does? So many questions, and probably 2 years before we could know. This is gonna be a long wait. Actually, if this commander guy is commanding GUN and he knows about Project Shadow, does this make him the gun commander from Shadow the Hedgehog? If this is the case, then you know what? Fucking kudos to these writers for making me laugh at this character intentionally. This is quite the feat. Well then, I guess there's nothing left to do but wait for the third movie. Show me what you got, Jeff Fowler. I am looking forward to seeing what else is in store. As Sonic the Hedgehog himself says, bring it on. Also, Shadow the Hedgehog is worse than Sonic 06. I don't care if I'm wrong, I needed something funny to say at the end of this video because the next film I'm gonna talk about, yeah, that's not gonna be a funny one. But we'll get to this later. Go see Sonic 2. Actually, you probably did see it because you're in the spoiler section. Anyway, go see it again. Talk to you soon.